Hey everyone, it's Ashley, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. I have this overwhelmingly full basket of things to talk about, so let's get into it. I also have a Gemma on my lap, so if things go a little sideways, we have movement. She's trying to make herself comfortable. She's not really a sit on the lap type gal, so we're just gonna try to accommodate her as best as we can. But I have quite the pile here, and I don't feel like they're in any sort of good order to like sort through and do this strategically, so I'm just gonna pull and chat. I do also have my iPad that I'm gonna try and look up some notes for some relevant things. So if I'm like looking over, I have my iPad over here, so I feel like we should start with this Snowflakes and Sage, which is the December scent of the month. So like current scent of the month. It says, chill out with a frosty bouquet of Fraser fir, cool sage, and sprigs of iced lavender. This, to me, feels not very Christmassy. We only use this to make some samples, so that's why there's just 2 cubes missing. But I feel like, and even based on the notes, sage and lavender with the Fraser fir, like it's just a very fresh winter scent. I could definitely see this going into January and still being very nice, but it's not enough tree note for me for December. So if you're in a similar boat where you like really prefer distinct tree scents, I feel like you might like this one more for like a January. I do feel if you don't like lavender, I don't feel like it's too lavender heavy. I feel like the thing I get the most is the sage, then the fir. Like it's just a very fresh scent. So happy with this. Don't need any more bars of it by any means, but probably will like it more for January. So more of the like on par tree scents I've been melting. Wild for Fall I just popped in the other day. It's still currently going, which I'll probably change it out before Christmas. We're hosting kind of ish Christmas, so we're having lunch over at our place, so I probably will want to switch it out to something that I like a little bit more. I used up the Wild for Fall because it's called Wild for Fall, but it's definitely a tree scent. It kind of reminds me of the Perfect Christmas from Bath & Body Works, where it almost has that like weird artificial note. Like I don't know what it is because it smells like a tree, but something smells off. So it was very juicy. I don't know if you can tell. Had it for just over 2 years. And she was juicy. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use it up, but I'm not in love with it. I feel like I liked it more in the past. But anyway, I'm glad I used it up. I don't know if I have any more of it. Maybe 1 bar, but maybe not. So glad I got that used. And then right before that, I did this combo, which is kind of odd, but I used my spiced eggnog brick. I had 2 cubes left, so I wanted to just finish this up. But I don't really like this scent on its own, and so I thought I would maybe do like a fun mixture. So I ended up mixing it with hollyberry cinnamon because this scent I also just like didn't love on cold. It feels Christmassy, but it also feels like grandma's perfume. Don't get offended, I'm sorry. It just feels like, you know when you go to like older people's homes and it's just like has that scent to it for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like it's universal across the board. Like it's like a mix of nostalgia and like we haven't opened our, like we're not leaving, so it's like stale air kind of. I feel like, that's Gemma, sorry. I feel like there's a hint of that in here with the tree. Like it feels very Christmas at grandma's that's the vibe I get from it. So I've been putting off melting it for a very long time. But I finally was like, you know what? I don't really love either of these, so I'm just gonna mix them together. And I don't feel like they did anything. I feel like they literally like canceled each other out. It was the weirdest thing. I let them go for quite a few days because we were getting ready to like go on vacation. I was just like, I can't change my wax right now. Like I have way too much other stuff going on. And so these went for a very long time and they were I would argue borderline scentless. I feel like we were also a little bit sick when this was going. We were sick kind of like right before vacation, which was quite a treat. So maybe that had something to do with it, but I don't know. I wouldn't advertise this combo. I think in my head, I love the idea of like a tree note mixed with like some sort of bakery, and that's kind of what I was trying to like emulate there, but that combo was not the vibe. I tried to do a brick cube of Crimsonberry Christmas at work, and it was so strong I had to turn it off. It like was blowing out of the house. It was so intense. So I recently moved desks. I'm pretty sure I talked about this, but so this was the first scent I tried in the new space, and just the way the air vents blow where I sit now is intense beyond belief. I haven't melted any wax after I tried this one because I'm so nervous that it's so strong. So haven't been doing any melting there. It's very, very intense for sure, but I tried this one. Gonna have to stick to this one at home. This is very old. This is from the fall of 2020, I'm pretty positive. So I really need to get a move on using this, but given the current time of year and how much I have left, like, I'm not feeling optimistic that it's gonna get used up this year. Okay, I have one more brick. Let's talk about this brick. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Okay. Orange spice and everything nice. I did one of these cubes in our downstairs. I have a warmer downstairs. I don't like love this scent, but it actually was decent. Like, I didn't hate it while it was going as much as I feel like I remember not liking it in the past. This is a orange plus tree, so like tree notes plus citrus vibe. Very common around the holidays. I personally prefer a more like berry plus tree note vibe versus the orange. So, I mean, clearly I've only used this much of this because it's just like not what I prefer, but it wasn't bad. I feel like it had lots of space to breathe downstairs, and I would consider doing this around the holidays again, maybe even in the open concept, because I actually didn't mind it where I had it going. So there's that. We have these two cotton cleanups. I have a big pack and a small pack. You can get both of the sizes now via the Scentsy website, which I absolutely love. So I prefer the big ones for like my large warmers, obviously, and they suck up more wax. The tiny ones are super convenient for mini warmers, or if you have like 2 or 3 cubes and you don't want to waste a big one, or maybe you have like a little bit of overflow, whatever. If you have less wax to soak up, but you still want to use a cotton cleanup, because the cotton cleanup small ones are still bigger than the like jumbo Walmart cotton balls. I love those for that. I've been getting plenty of use out of both of these, and I have so many cotton cleanups. I have quite the stash, and I also got more recently as like free host rewards because I was like, why not? Like, I'm always gonna need to use, like, if I have them, I'll use them. If I'm like, and if they're free, like, I may as well do that instead of trying to like waste my time picking out wax. So I prefer these. I'm a fan. I just keep a bin, like a little container, and I just like empty the bags in there, and I just do a mix of them. I like empty, like throw in some big ones, throw in some small ones, so it's a combo, and then I just pull from there. It's super handy. Okay, I'm realizing that this bin is so incredibly full because I have this whole entire bag of testers in here, and I don't know why. I think these are scents that I really don't like. So I think I put them in here with the intention that I was gonna like bring them somewhere. I don't know what I was doing with these because these are all scents I don't really like. So like Fairy Tale Pumpkin, Huckleberry Hideaway, Very Merry Cranberry, Perfect Day. They're all scents from the fall winter tester line that are, I think, discontinued, but I like really don't have any intention of melting. So I think I was gonna give these to somebody, but this is literally half of my bin. Like the bin's not even that full now. It's half empty. Why was I holding on to that in there? I don't even think I consciously knew by the time I got to the top of bin that that was at the bottom. So, okay. I have a couple testers. My throat. Coming back from vacation, we were somewhere warm, and so it was not dry like it is here. And coming back, my throat is just like so unhappy to be here. Okay, Tester City. I have a red berry and spruce, which I think I just melted in our downstairs before I did that brick. And then Christmas Cottage and Very Snowy Spruce, I did these as samples in Happy Meal because they felt very seasonally appropriate. I have a empty shimmer washer whiffs. So these are like scent boosters for your laundry. And then the rest I have is wax. Okay, that actually was pretty convenient, I guess. Are these all? Oh my gosh, it's so chaotic in here. Let's begin talking about some of the new scents I was testing. That was Gemma scratching my chair. Come here. Really, cat? Come on. She's like, I don't know if I want to. Okay. The first, here she comes. Here she comes. The first one is Peaks and Pines, and let me see if this is still available. I want to give you the notes. So Peaks and Pines was from the Harvest collection. Gemma, not on the computer. This is mountaintops lush with dewy greens and lavender rise up over towering cedar wood. This was a very controversial scent when it got launched. I remember Corey smelling this and being like, I absolutely hate it. And everyone in the comments was either on board or like, yes, I also hate it. Very polarizing, I would say. This to me, I really like, actually. I even got a fragrance flower in this scent, which I actually might put in our downstairs bathroom. Feels kind of weird at this time of year to maybe put this out because it kind of, to me, gives like a little bit like Christmas winter vibes. But I think the dewy greens, lavender, it's kind of similar to the Snowflakes and Sage, where it's like not specifically Christmas, but it feels wintry. The Snowflakes and Sage is way more fresh, definitely with the sage, but this Peaks and Pines I actually really liked. Once again, I could see myself doing this still in January because it feels, I don't know, it just feels different. It's not wintry Christmas. I am a very distinct, like, I feel like this year, because I feel like I missed the Christmas season, to be honest, I'm a little bit more lenient on like Christmas winter and post-Christmas winter, but normally I'm very specific on those two buckets. Like before Christmas or like December is all the tree things and like, you know, things that smell like Christmas, if you will. And then post-Christmas is like anything wintry, cool, peppermint, etc. that still feels very winter, but isn't tree notes. This to me is, I feel like I could get away with doing that all winter long. Okay, the next one I tested, these are from the holiday collection, these next three. So Ginger Cookie Crunch is one of the next ones. I talked about this in my club edit video because I was really contemplating whether this should go into my club. So this is warm notes of crystallized ginger and crushed nutmeg sweetened with vanilla bean. I have to say, I do really, really, really like this one. I was considering putting it in my club, so I wanted to test cube. I've been doing my test cubes in my bathroom just to get a sense of like, is it strong? Do I like the scent of it, etc. Instead of doing a whole entire bar around my house and then either realizing like it's way too strong, it's not strong enough, I actually don't like the scent. So it's been helpful, and I get to try the new scents that come out as well as use older things. So it's kind of like double dipping is how I've been approaching it. So this one, I was like, I have to try this because I'm considering whether it should go in my club or not. While it was going, I was like, I really, really love it. I think it might go in. And then at some point while it was going, it hit me that it's just so similar to vanilla bean buttercream, which initially I was like, yeah, I should keep it. Like, it's so similar to that. It's so, so yummy. But part of me is like, I could just enjoy this. And then why would I not just like buy vanilla bean buttercream if that's what I'm after? So I don't think this is actually going to go in my club, which is great. It actually benefits my current club size. I was trying to cut a couple extra, but I was making some exceptions. And this was kind of on the chopping block, if you will. So this one I think is going to get the boot. I do love it, and I can happily enjoy this rest of this bar, but I think in the end, if I want it again, want more of it, whatever, I should just buy vanilla bean buttercream. Okay, this one, Holiday Market. I actually have this one going in the bathroom right now, testing. I put it in a couple days ago. It's vibrant pink grapefruit and pomegranate juice notes. Vibrant pink grapefruit and pomegranate juice notes. Bustle between festive allspice stalls. Okay, grapefruit, pomegranate, and allspice is what they're saying. I don't think I knew the notes of this. To me, this feels very, it's called Holiday Market. It feels like holiday spice. Like it definitely feels very like craft store vibe, holiday craft store vibe, like fruity with that spice. I feel like now that I know there's grapefruit pomegranate in here, I feel like it feels more fruity. I think that's totally because I read those notes. Like prior to me reading those notes, I felt like this had a better balance of the spice. And maybe that's just because I'm smelling it on cold. It feels very seasonally appropriate for like December specifically to me and how I melt. Is it my favorite fruit and spice combo? No, I like more of like the red berry and spruce, holly jolly cider, homestead holiday. I don't know. Those are just like a little bit more my vibe as of late. This feels like a very trendy current time of year scent. I do believe this holiday collection is going away at the end of the month. So if you want to continue to get them, definitely add them to your Scentsy Club. The next one is Bundle Up, and I'm spelling all the words wrong. Okay, Bundle Up is the next one. This is the last new one I think I tested. So this is also from the holiday collection. Sandalwood blanketed in bright mandarin on soft pillows of vanilla orchid. Sounds beautiful, smells beautiful. It definitely reminds me of something from the Catching Z's collection. It's been a while since I've melted any of those, so it could just be like a vague memory. If I had them side by side, I'm sure they would be a little bit different, but it definitely gives me those types of vibes. I feel like if I didn't just read those scent notes, I don't know if I'd be able to like pick out a specific thing this smells like. It's just very soft, kind of gives me like baby blanket, like holding a newborn baby, like those types of vibes. It just feels very like soft, gentle, baby, cuddly, warm. To me, it's not like a warm seasonal scent. It's just like a cozy seasonal scent. Does that make sense? Once again, easily one that could go into January for me because it's not spicy. It's not warm in the sense that it's like cinnamon or like warm smelling. It's just very cozy, cuddly, which feels very January to me personally. Yeah, it's a good one. Once again, didn't go into my club. I'm happy, like, how should I say this? I get excited anytime I see sandalwood in a scent, especially when it's like in this pinky color, because I just want Pacific sandalwood. I just want it back. I feel like at this point, I have it so hyped up in my head that I'm like overselling Pacific sandalwood. But if I could just have some Pacific sandalwood. So I get super excited every time I see it because like it's immediately what I associate every time I see something pink and it has the notes of sandalwood and even like that vanilla. It's not Pacific sandalwood. So just if that's what you were hoping or that's what you were after, it's not that. Okay, full bars I melted. Oh, I have one more tester. Oh, I have two more testers. Oh, what the heck? Getting way ahead of myself. Okay, I also did Cinnamon Woods, and I feel like this is from the Harvest collection. Cinnamon Woods Harvest 5-bar bundle. Okay, Cinnamon Woods, and yeah, this is from the Harvest collection. Once again, pretty sure this is going away at the end of the month. This is Bartlett pear and cinnamon bark bring the spice to a fantasy forest of sugar woods. This, I think I liked it more in my head than like once it started warming, I'm like, I don't think I like this. It is such a familiar scent. Like it smells like something I've smelled before outside of this bar, but I can't put my finger on what. It's called Cinnamon Woods, but I personally don't feel like it's spicy, but it's definitely cinnamon. Bartlett pear, I'm not getting pear. Okay, it says on here sugared woods. I feel like that's so accurate. It feels like a fireside woody scent, but it's so sweet. It's so sweet. It's like sweet warm smelling. So weird. It's definitely messing with my head. I don't know. I feel like I like it, and then as I like continue to inhale, I'm like, this is really weird. I don't think I like this. So tested this in the bathroom, wasn't really a fan. Not sure what I'm gonna do with the rest of this bar, because like I just don't think I really enjoyed it. Something's off there. So setting that one to the side. And then the last one I actually tested, because it's at the bottom, was brown butter pumpkin. I think I did this right kind of after, I don't know when I've done one of these videos last, so it could have been right at the beginning of December, maybe even around Thanksgiving. We don't know. This is actually in the catalog though. This is whip up a batch of seasonal spice, mixing melted butter and brown sugar with pumpkin for a tempting treat. This is actually a decent pumpkin to me. If you guys aren't new here, you know I'm more team apple than team pumpkin. This is definitely bakery pumpkin. Heavy on the bakery, pumpkin's kind of in the back seat. I definitely get that brown sugar, butter, bakery goodness. And then there's pumpkin. So it's very like pumpkin spice latte, like, you know, bakery heavy pumpkin, backseat pumpkin. 100%. It's nice, but given the time of year, like I'll probably just keep this in my stash for next year because I'm not melting this now. I would love to melt some of my winter scents, and because it's in the catalog, I don't know, like there's no way I'm gonna reach for this before next fall. I'm not putting this in my club either. It's not like that kind of situation, but yeah. If you're into pumpkin still at Christmas, maybe you should pull this one out. If you're not a seasonal melter, you should try this if you like bakery. But that's my story with that one. Okay, let's get into the rest of the things. So these are ones that I wasn't testing. They're just things I needed to melt. So I did some more morning warming and more combination of breakfast blend and dulce de leche. Love these two mixed together, especially in my morning warmer. Haven't really been using my morning warmers, to be honest. This is basically coffee and dulce de leche is like a caramel ice cream type vibe. Really good mixed together. That was a terrible description of dulce de leche. It's like a caramel. So it makes me think of dulce de leche ice cream specifically, but it's like a caramel scent. Okay. I like those two specifically mixed together. These ones are all empty. So red berry and spruce. I did this around the house the same day I did that tester in red berry and spruce. Really enjoy this one because it's like red berry, so berry, and spruce, tree note, berry tree note. Love it. Okay. Trying to like keep all my piles intact here so they don't go toppling over. Then I did apple and cinnamon sticks. I absolutely love this one, and I'm so glad it continues to come back, just like return every so often. And when we did testers of this, Corey actually said he liked it. He didn't make any comments when it was going around the house, but this one is very strong. So if you have a big open concept or somewhere where you need a really strong scent, check out apple and cinnamon sticks. I feel like even into Christmas time here, that would be a good one. And then toasted apple butter. I was actually doing this one, I think the day I made my club video, and this one I want to love. I want to love it. It just does not perform for me. It doesn't perform. It smells so good. And if you're in like a very contained space where you can really smell it, it smells great. Grand scheme of things in my house, it doesn't perform. And the last thing I have to talk about is I finished up Cookie Land by Rose Girls. I finished this in my morning warmers, and I switched out my morning warmers for like post, I don't know, for winter, if you will. And the new one I have is the Pearl mini warmer. Pretty sure the last mini warmer I had out there was glass, but the Pearl mini warmer, also being glass, it just does not melt this Rose Girl wax. So haven't really been using my morning warmers, to be honest. I've been turning it on, but there's just no wax in it. So there you have it. So that's everything I have been kind of using up, working through, trying, etc. I'm really excited to continue trying some of the new bars, which I have set aside. And then I also have all of the Bring Back My bars to start trying as well. So really excited and looking forward to that. But that's what I have going on. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas or had a great holiday, depending when you're watching this. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.